from our tower cam.
Yeah, we've seen some cool stuff on there, Anthony. Our fair share of spiders, our fair share of birds. I think this is our first falcon.
You know what, though, Doug and Annie, I didn't even know we had animals like that in Michigan.
There you go.
Yeah.
Or that particular
You learn
animal.
something new every day.
Absolutely. Like we learned that Detroit was the capital yesterday, learning about the falcon today. And yeah, pretty cold it has been. You know, this afternoon we actually overachieved, though. Got to 29 degrees briefly at the airport in Grand Rapids. So, you know, for late January, that's not too shabby. Do think we will be a couple degrees cooler than that tomorrow, 2 or 3 degrees. Under a fair amount of clouds. Right now we've got a fair amount of clouds. Even a flurry or two can be seen, but we are not anticipating accumulations of snow, at least area wide, for the next 3 or 4 days. There may be a dusting along the immediate shoreline, particularly maybe Muskegon, Oceana counties, and then perhaps even a little bit better chance through the western half of Berrien County with a north wind overnight tonight, shifting to the north-northwest and eventually the west throughout the day tomorrow. So there could be a few more flurries making their way back into Grand Rapids and Kalamazoo on the day Thursday. Monitoring a weekend system, more on that to come. Seasonably cold over the next 7 days. As I mentioned in the last segment, there are no real obvious signs that we're going to be getting real mild, nor the the extreme cold associated with the polar vortex. But there is an indication that some flow out of Canada is going to be the predominant flow, and that means that there's going to be an opportunity, at least, for colder air. Seasonably cold, if not even colder than that, to be in control over the next couple weeks generally. And that pool of cold is starting to expand a little bit in northwestern Canada. If you look really closely at the models going through the next 7 to 14 days, it looks like the body of cold air, the extent and the intensity does expand. So that is something to monitor as we go forth. Temperatures right now in the mid-20s. We've got a north breeze around 5 to 10 miles per hour. So it's not real windy, thank goodness, but enough to put wind chills down into the middle teens. As far as our evening planner, I've got 24 at 7 o'clock, 22 at 9 p.m., and still mostly cloudy at 11 o'clock. As we saw last night, though, intervals of breaks in these clouds can be out there, so it's very hard to predict when those are going to happen. I think the best chance is in the overnight. And that's when we've got this opportunity to drop down into the lower teens at that time. There is some moisture, very, very light moisture. A lot of that looks worse than it actually is, but a flurry or two in the headlights as you're driving around tonight. A more potent upper level disturbance down to the south, obviously well down to the south, so we're not worried about that. Then we've got high pressure, go further westward, 2 L's on the map. A moisture-laden low-pressure system off the northern coast of California. Then there's a vigorous piece of energy off the coast of British Columbia. That's going to catch up to this one to the south, help to invigorate that system, and it'll move across the southern Rocky Mountains into the Central Plains through the day on Friday and into Saturday. And we've got to watch that because how close it gets to us, how much of a northeastward movement it can continue to make through Missouri and Illinois will dictate our snow prospects over the weekend. Here's that snow band on a north flow out over Lake Michigan tonight, bringing down some snow flurries and snow showers into Berrien County. So light accumulations there, I think, in the overnight. And then some of that activity actually moves inland as flurries, maybe a light snow shower tomorrow, but it'll be breaking down as it does so. Look at the model. This is the European model. Moisture off the coast. That's the disturbance to our south right now. That scoots out of here without causing any problems, the big problems for anybody. And then that next system, which is across California at the current time, that gets closer. This is the European model's layout. The European model not as bullish, but still, could give us an inch or two. Other models bring it a little bit closer. So that's something to watch. Obviously still 4 to 5 days away. We've got an opportunity to break down the details there. But if you're looking for snow, if you're really wanting it, maybe we get it on Sunday. We'll keep tabs on that. And then looking a little bit milder. Not a whole lot, but a little bit early next week.
All right. Thank you for that, Anthony.